Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Winning Wednesday. It's your girl, Dominique Sherrod, Atlanta's nurturing agent, and I am so thrilled about today's topic because I'm going to go into earnest money. Today is all about earnest money explained, what it is, how it works, and then how you can use it to your advantage when writing your offer. So let's dive right on in and give you the points. Earnest money is a good faith deposit. It's essentially a deposit to show the seriousness of the buyer and to show the seriousness of their interest in the property. It's written into the contract and it is not actually handed over until your contract is accepted, until your offer is accepted. So, earnest money typically is about 1% of the purchase price or the offer price, and that is typically what you'll put in there. And so let's take a home that's on the market for $200,000. You write in an offer for that amount for $200,000. Your offer is accepted. Your earnest money will be about $200,000, $2,000. So 1%. In the market that we're in now, where it's a seller's market, it would be advantageous to you and your offer if you do increase that amount. So maybe going up to 2%. The goal is to show the seller that you are serious about acquiring the property. And so earnest money, furthermore, typically once it is accepted, you give your check, money order, cashier's check to your realtor. Your realtor then takes that check and puts it into what's called escrow. Escrow is a neutral third party that is responsible for overseeing the integrity of the transaction. So they make sure that the earnest money is put into an account that is not personal and that it is just overseeing the integrity of the transaction. They make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Now, after submitting your earnest money, you will be cognizant of the due diligence time frame that you've placed in your contract, because you and your realtor have discussed an appropriate time frame for due diligence, which is negotiable. There is no set time, but you all have already discussed it. And during that time frame is basically the key time to realize you can get your earnest money back if things are not working out the way that you want them to work out. So what that means is, let's say there are 3 contingencies that typically will allow you to get your earnest money back as the buyer if they do not work out. That is your inspection contingency, so making sure that everything with the inspection goes through smoothly, and that if it doesn't, you make sure to terminate before due diligence ends based on that inspection not working out. So that'd be your inspection contingency. Your appraisal contingency, you are allowed to have your earnest money returned to you if for whatever reason the home doesn't appraise and the seller and the buyer are not able to come to an agreement as to what amount they are both willing to accept. And then thirdly is just the financing contingency, and this primarily deals with the lender. If the lender, for whatever reason, is unable to provide you the loan at no fault of your own, then you're able to pull back out and get your earnest money back. Now, that could be interest rates hiking up and now you're just unable to afford the payment, or for whatever reason they call to verify your employment and your employer says that we actually that person is no longer employed here. Then those would be reasons to get your earnest money back, and those would be ways you could do that. So earnest money, you know what it is. It's a good faith deposit. The way it works is through the way I just explained, giving your realtor the check once your offer is accepted to put into escrow. You have your due diligence period to kind of negotiate, to kind of determine whether or not you want to move forward with certain things in place. And then it works well in the seller's market by increasing it. The higher the earnest money, the better, because it just again shows the seriousness of the buyer interested. And so I hope that this information was helpful. And this is Earnest Money Explained. Thanks for joining me on this Winning Wednesday. Keep winning.